Greetings everyone, just taking a couple minutes to walk through the Filr bug that you've been running into with Office 2016 and some of the unfortunate workarounds that we'll have to work to use for right now until the update is released. And I will make sure I get the update installed and out to you as soon as I have it in my hands. So the first thing to remember is if you open up Word documents from your Filr folder, I'm going to my WinData here and I'll go into my courses folder and I have my syllabi here. If I would open this up in Filr like I normally do, it's going to open up just fine and I'm able to make edits to the document, and we'll just go to the end here and add test. Now if I would save this like I normally would, my machine's going to blue screen and then it's going to restart. And then I'll lose the work that I did and I will need to start over again. Same thing's going to happen if you create a new document or if you try to save as a document into WinData. So right now, saving from Office applications into your WinData, just don't do it. What you can do though is a save as to a different location on your machine. So I'm going to choose my desktop. I'm just going to save this as test. Click save. That's going to save it. Notice it changes the name up here as test. I'm going to close the document and I'm going to see if I messed up here or not. Refresh. Where'd it go? I'm in iCloud Drive. Different spot, but it doesn't matter. It could be saved over here onto the desktop. And now I have this document over here that's on my machine. And then I have these documents which are in Filr, my files, WinData, courses, EDT 8101. And I would like to get it over there. Now it's as easy as dragging and dropping in. Filr is going to go ahead and move those up and synchronize those. That's awesome. It was just done. If it had the same name, so say I'm going to move this out here again. Say I make some changes to this document. I'm going to move it out. But I give it the same name as the old document. So I saved it, just move the location using save as, and I drag and drop it in there and it says replace the file. I'm going to do that. It's going to replace it and it's going to synchronize those changes up. And they're back on the file server again. If I would change my view to, we'll do large icons, you can see the little green check mark there. That means it has been saved. If there's an orange icon, that means it's currently synchronizing. If there's a red X, contact me because that means I have to look at something. So that means those changes are saved. Now if I want to make changes again, I'm going to have to go through that same back and forth. And this is where it's useful to keep that window open where you're opening your documents from. So I'm going to go ahead and notice I have that test that I added to the bottom. I'm going to delete that. Do a save as again. This time I'm going to choose the correct location, desktop up here, and save it just with the same name though. So all I've really done is saved a copy of this document with the changes that I made to the desktop right here. And you can copy and paste it in there. So copy and paste, and then right click and paste, and then change it, that's fine. You can drag and drop it in there and replace it, that's fine. You can cut and paste. The safest way is probably copy and paste because then you know you have that document still over there if something happens. Paste is going to ask, do you want to replace it? Do you replace the file at this destination? It is going to replace the file, and after a while it will move that file up to Filr, which will move it into the file servers and then get into the backup scheme and all those things. So you can work with any of your Office documents that way, presentations, Excel files, Word documents. If you're logging in using the OES client, you don't have to worry about this. Nothing's changed on that. If you're using the Filr desktop client like I am, so you're going through and the Filr folder, which will look like this or be a red folder if you still have the older version of the client, then you're going to need, for the time being, you're going to need to go through that extra step of saving it to a different location and then moving that file back into its location so that you can get those changes saved up. So I hope that helps to kind of clarify what's going on, and I will make sure I get an update out when I know more from Micro Focus as far as the update being released, and if anything changes, I'll let you know too. Thanks.